We're here with men's basketball coach Paul Grove. You guys have the UMAC Semifinals coming up tomorrow. First time you guys get to host since 2011. So just kind of talk about being able to be at home for that first round.
Yeah, it's we've got a group of guys here that haven't been able to host a playoff game, so they're very excited about that, as am I. We had a lot of fun last time we hosted. We ended up winning and ended up hosting on Saturday also and winning that one. So the history is with us right now.
You guys take on Crown. They are responsible for half your conference losses, and they've shot the ball well against you. They have two really good guards. So just kind of talk about them as a team and kind of what you guys have to do maybe to shut them down.
Well, I wish I knew. They are guard heavy, and they're a tough matchup for us. We're a little bit more of the post. We're a little bit bigger team, and a team that comes with that many guards that can score. We just run out of defenders, and it's a very tough matchup for us. We're doing everything we can in preparation to make sure we can counter that. We're working on it very hard, and I think we've got the right game plan intact. But until we get down there tomorrow night and actually see what happens, we're just not going to know. But as far as preparation and our guys being confident, I think we're ready in that end.
What have you been maybe impressed about with your team this season? To get to the 10-4 record in conference and get that home playoff game and kind of set yourself up nicely as of now.
The big thing is if we do have a setback, we get right back to it. I mean, we have a short memory when it comes to that. One loss does not devastate us. They get right back and play very well the next game, and we're actually counting on that right now. And another thing I think we do a pretty good job of is a team like Crown's a good example. They'll go out and hit a bunch of threes or whatever it is, and instead of kind of panicking and us doing the same, we'll kind of stick with our game plan and pound it inside. We'll go. They'll get three, we'll get two, which isn't a great start, but after a while, the percentages are going to pay off, and we're going to win in the inside game. So I think we're pretty smart that way. Also, we've been a pretty good rebounding team, and things like that, especially in the playoffs, are going to be big.
I'll just talk maybe a little bit about your seniors that you guys have on this team. We had senior night a few weeks ago, I guess now, and Brendan Foss, he's close to 1,000 points. Hopefully get it tomorrow night, and obviously Evan Reller, how much he's grown in his 4 years here too. So,
well, yeah, that's the biggest thing with Evan. He's improved so much since he came here as a freshman, so we're very proud of him for that. He's among the league leaders in rebounding and field goal percentage, and definitely turned into a team leader for us after 4 years. So very impressed with what he's done and how much he's grown. And that's really what you want to see happen when they come in as freshmen, that they end up where Evan can end up, and the fact that he gets to host a playoff game in his senior year, I'm very proud of him for that. Foss is among the career leaders here now in scoring and rebounding. It's one of those things that, as when we're recruiting him as a senior in high school, thinking, man, if things go right, he could end up in a situation like this. And he's worked very hard, improved his game a lot. And it is there. And another thing about him, he's become such a great defender, too. He wasn't in high school, but nobody was in high school. So, that we can't hold that against him, but he's really grown in that defensive role. And then Tyler. He's only been here 2 years, but I think he's saving his best for last. Just this past weekend, he had 21 points on 5 3-pointers. So if we can keep that up with him going into the playoffs, he's one of those X factors.
Yeah.
If we get a game like that from him, Wednesday night, Saturday, who knows what could happen.
Maybe talk a little bit about your guys' depth. This year especially, you guys seem to have some people that can come off the bench. Neil Helgeson, Joe Rokenbuck seems to be vastly improved from last year, and John Haseman gave you some good minutes here and there as well too. So
yeah, they have, and I think right now the biggest key is Neil Helgeson coming off the bench. I mean, he could definitely be a starter for us. He'd be a starter on a lot of teams. He's not coming off the bench because he doesn't deserve to start. He clearly does.
Yep.
But it's just so nice to have that firepower coming off the bench. He's hitting from outside. He's one of our best guys at getting to the basket. He has also become a much better defender. So he's a huge key coming off the bench for us. Joe has improved a lot since his freshman year. You generally see the biggest amount of improvement between that freshman and sophomore year, and that's exactly what Joe did. We're still working on things with him. He knows he's still got things to improve on, so I think that could happen again with him next year. But as for right now, we know he gets solid minutes out of him coming off the bench. And then John, he's one of the best, 12 to 15 foot jump shooters in the league. He's outstanding at that. He's still learning, how to be effective in the post area. But again, he's another one that's really improved on defensively too, and he's going to be one of those guys in the future where we can put him on some pretty good scores.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and good luck tomorrow.
All right, thank you.